Hi guys, thanks for joining me. I'm actually shooting this video from my bench for a change. This is an update on the 172nd T35 from Zvezda that I'm doing as part of the heavy armour and heavy guns group build that Joachim and Marcus are running. So as you can see, it's practically constructed. I'm leaving the wheels off for the moment. And of course the track on this is link and length. The intention is to perhaps paint this up, obviously the body in as one set of painting, and then the bogies, or whatever you call these, the sponsons, I forget what they're called, paint them up separately and then pop them on the tank. It'll be interesting how I get on with the link and length, and how I go around painting that. The kit has been a joy to build, it really has. There were moments where I actually felt I was building my favourite Matchbox kits. I was just in the zone. I'd got some music on that I really like to listen to, and it was great, it really was. The only issue I had was with one of these turrets. If I just pull it off, none of this is glued down. It wasn't circular. One of the sides was slightly warped or bent. So what I did was I basically pushed it to try and make it curve a bit more, being careful not to break it. And then what I did was I glued it. It was still, one side was still proud of the other side at the front, and whilst the glue was setting, I sat it actually in here, which meant that it squeezed it into the right section, and then I added some more glue just to make absolutely sure that it would stay in that position. The reason I knew that it wasn't round circular was that when I tried to put the roof on, the roof was not sitting properly at all. So that's the real only biggie I've had with this kit. I would happily build this kit again and again and again, really enjoying it. These road wheels were a pain. There are 32 of them, 16 each side, so that was a lot of fun, taking those off the sprue and cleaning them up. So as I say, all these are separate. All the turrets come off. I'm going to try and do a diorama with this. The reason I hesitate is because I have got a lot of ideas, a lot of builds I want to do for this group build, and obviously a diorama slows the process down. It sets the model off nicely if you do a decent job. But as I say, rather than doing a dio, I could be building another kit. I have got a photograph that I found that I would like to use as inspiration for the dio. The tank in the photograph doesn't. Let me just grab something to get the box. So this is an aerial, I think it is, that goes around the top turret. But the tank in the photograph doesn't have this. What I've got to sort out is there's some holes to locate the aerial in. I've got to sort out what they should look like. Are there plates proud of the turret for the aerial to sit in? I know on some tanks there's like tubes coming out at the positions where the aerial slots in, but again, on the tank that I'm looking at, it hasn't even got those. So I don't know whether to just fill those holes in and leave these plates that you can see on the turret. Let's see if I can. There we go. So you can see the holes, and there's a plate at each hole. So I don't know whether I just fill in those holes, and we have the plates to make it look as if that would be where the aerial would sit if it had been. If the locating poles had been factory fitted. Yeah. 2 hatches will be open on the top. This star apparently was actually part of the casting, the casting process. It was, so it's not Zvezda's attempt at putting like a star for you to paint on the tank. It was actually, I believe, cast into the metal part there. Keep going out of focus, sorry. So the other thing is, these turrets, they had machine guns. Come on, phone, bloody hell. Thank you. These turrets had machine guns. Again, in the photo that I'm using for inspiration, those machine guns are missing. There's also an anti-aircraft or whatever machine gun on the top turret. That has been removed, and all you've got is the arm. What I'm going to do is, they provide you with the anti-aircraft machine gun. I'm going to snip that off and try and drill a hole in the arm so it looks like basically somebody's removed the machine gun. I think they've even removed the machine guns from the coaxial machine guns from the turrets as well, but I'm going to leave those on. In the photo, all the hatches are open on all the turrets. Unfortunately, they're all moulded shut on this. This kit cost me £17. I don't really want to arse around trying to create hatches from scratch, because I'd have to cut out all the hatches from the top plates of the turrets, and I don't really want to do that. Because if I mess it up, then I'm going to have to buy another kit in order to replace parts. What else is there? Anything else? I don't think so. Colour scheme, very straightforward. It's just going to be Russian green. There are two that you can do. There's this one on the other side, but I think this was a parade. You know, the Moscow parade that they do outside the Kremlin. I think the decals that they provided is for that vehicle. I will be using this, just the red star, and I think that maybe that white square as well. The vehicle definitely has the red star on the side. So that's it, yeah. As I say, thoroughly enjoying it. I want to crack on. I hope your builds are going well. There's some interesting builds that are being put forward for this group build. I'm really looking forward to seeing those on people's benches and updates. I hope you have a great weekend. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.